Hello and welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary for Friday, August the 31st. My name's Eric Wilkinson, and some of you may recognize me as the Wolfman from CNBC, Fox Business, or even the Wall Street Journal for my commentary on everything from economic to geopolitical and market analysis. Please keep in mind that everything that we talk about in these commentaries is not a solicitation to buy or sell any of these securities or strategies. At the end of the day, I'm here to teach you some different strategies you can then implement into your portfolios, but please do that in your own way. And please remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, now having that mouthful out of the way, let's get it on with some economic data across the pond. We got German retail sales coming in at negative 0.4%, expected to be a negative 0.1%, and they revised last month's number down from 1.2% to 0.9%, so a big revision to the downside there as well. Then we got French preliminary CPI month over month in line with expectations at 0.5%. Italian unemployment rate 10%, 10.4%, slightly lower than expected. European CPI flash estimate came in at 2%, expected to be 2.1%. Core CPI flash estimate came in at 1%, expected to be 1.1%. Then over here in the United States, we got Chicago PMI Purchasing Managers Index came in at 63.5, expected to be 63, slightly higher there. And University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment came in at 96.2, expected to be 95.5. All right, so that's about it for the economic data. On to the overall markets. We've got crude oil slightly lower today. Still within that range that I've talked about, from 70 to, lower to mid 60s. All right, so we're still staying in that area, kind of rolled over a little bit. The 50 Fibonacci should act as support if we come back down and test that, but it lines up very closely with the point of control. So that could be a magnet that just peels right through that support level. Gold futures almost unchanged for the most part, but still in the 1200 area as the bulls are going to defend that till the cows come home. Bitcoin up about $1.26 today. Not a whole lot to see here. Volume's really light across the board, and don't expect anything more from today on volume wise. Bonds up about a half a point on the day, near the highs. But for the most part, it's just like a little bit of bounce as the shorts really are starting to cover here. I think that's more or less what this bounce is about. All right, the VIX. VIX is completely unchanged right now with the broader markets kind of slightly lower. We got the Dow Jones Industrial Average off by about 50 points, but sitting there right on the 9-day moving average, which is lining up with the value area high. So those two things will act as support there. Then we've got the NASDAQ moving into positive territory. They were just in negative not too long ago, but up a couple points on the day. I'd say it's pretty much unchanged, though. And then the E-mini S&Ps slightly negative on the day by about 4 points. Yesterday's action, though, in the E-mini S&Ps really makes it look like with this engulfing pattern that it is very overextended to the upside with this all-time highs. I'm surprised there's not more put buying driving up the VIX. All right, and the E-mini S&Ps on the daily chart, you can see this is a 30-minute chart. Not a whole lot to see here. We tried to rally on the open with the economic data, but that was just a catalyst or an opportunity for people to sell. And we've started selling off since that near the lows of the day, especially the intraday session. So that's about it. I haven't added anything. I'm looking to get out of my Google short puts. Haven't gotten that. It's actually come off a little bit. Google has as a market. We can just take a look at it real quick throughout the day, and it's gotten away from me. So let's just look at Google real quick. Take a chart on this. It's down, 16 points on the day. So I put this order in right off the bat this morning, and obviously the directionality has hurt me. So I haven't been able to get out for my price, but I'm just going to hold off on that and wait it out because my puts are the 111 put, so it's quite a ways away, and I'm not too worried about it. So that's about it for today. I hope you guys checked out yesterday's webinar. It was on the strata with no downside risk. Great strategy for a neutral assumption, especially if you're worried about the downside. This is a great strategy. So check that one out at protraderstrategies.com. And if you can't take that, take it easy.